Hello everyone, welcome back to AutoTrend TV. I'm your Rajesh again, and as you can see, I am at Annamalai's Renault, and I'm here to test drive the new Renault Kwid Climber. So I've got the key in my hand, and yeah, let's go. So I'm right now in the Kwid Climber manual variant. So let's start the test drive. First of all, I need to take reverse. So let me just start the engine and see how is the NVH. Okay, to begin with, the overall NVH is okay. It's definitely acceptable for this 1 liter 3-cylinder engine. So let me just engage the reverse gear. So as you can see, this car has got the reverse parking camera, and even though it does not get the overall guidelines for the reverse, the overall clarity is okay, it's acceptable, and the screen is pretty large, so it's really easy to maneuver. Let me just take the car a little bit back. I've just switched on the air conditioning. The throw is pretty okay, even at the first speed of fan of the blower. It is good. It's kind of like the Tata Tiago, where you get that much big airflow, faster airflow even at such low speeds of blower. So I just started to drive the car. There's a little bit of vibration and thrum, a typical 3-cylinder thrum on the pedals, but there is none on the steering wheel. Yeah, you get the additional seatbelt warning for the passenger as well. So Mr. Passenger, seatbelt please. So we have started driving again. Yeah, the digital meter is pretty okay. I can see that the car is doing around 2000 RPM. But the thing is, the bars of the tachometer are pretty large, so that even if you are around 1600 RPM, it actually shows 2000 RPM. That much how exaggerated is that. But the overall drive quality is fine. The steering handling, it's a pretty light car, but it's good to handle. That's a good thing. Yeah, there is a little bit of NVH problem. Certain vibrations are there on the in the footwell on the pedals, and the external noise also can be heard, just like on the tripod. But come on, yeah, this is a budget car, so this is not much of a complaint. Especially people who are upgrading from an Alto or anything, this is definitely better. Clutch is light. The gear shifts are slightly notchy, a little bit notchy. It's not too smooth, it's a little bit notchy. Now the big minus point which I notice is that every time I have to adjust the ORVMS, I have to do it manually. So I have to basically lower the windows and do something like that. So it's not the most convenient thing, especially given the fact that the espresso gets a stock at least. But overall, apart from that, the air conditioning is good. It's now chilling. It's fine. It's totally good air conditioning. Yeah, the clutch is slightly not on the progressive side. It has the progression, but the thing is, it takes a certain time, a certain clutch adaptation for you. You need to adapt yourself to the driving conditions of this clutch. And the horn is fine. It's a typical small car horn. So overall, it's a pretty comfortable seat at the front. I am totally comfortable. Let me just get a little bit to the rough roads to see how is the suspension. So yes, we are on a pretty rough surface, a rough road where actually construction works are going on in central Coimbatore. So as you can see, the suspension is pretty good at handling such stuff. Generally, Renault suspensions are really good at handling rough roads. And inside the car, you are unable to feel all that sharp bumps and edges of the potholes. I'm just accelerating a little bit to increase the speed, and even though increasing the speed actually does not affect the composure of this car, that is pretty good. You see, I'm doing around 30 25 kilometers per hour. Now I have increased to 30, and even on this rough road the suspension remains totally calm and composed. Of course there is a little bit of whine from the engine, especially when you are using the AC at full blast. Not even at full blast, it's in fully cooling setting. So once I switch off the AC, the pickup actually increases that little bit. It gives you a proper advantage. So inside the city, this is a proper engine. It can be utilized to the full extent, but don't just expect too much of this engine. That's what I would say. So as you can see, so that was a rough edge, and I did not feel that at all. That's how good it is. So while accelerating, of course, about 2000 RPM, this engine gives you a little bit of a raspy note. It is not too harsh, but you can definitely hear the engine. But a suspension, this is the best suspension in this category that I give to Renault. So overall, this is a pretty usable car. It's nice to drive, it's easy to drive. I don't feel anything hard or anything odd at all. I'm here accelerating above 3000 RPM. So that was the engine noise. I know it's not that loud, but you can definitely hear the engine noise. But overall, this is a pretty peppy car to drive in the city. You can just flick it like a toy car, just almost like a Tata Nano. But it has got the big car feeling to it. Only if Renault could have improved the interior damping and the NVH levels of this car, it would have helped them dividends. So yeah, let me conclude this review once I go back to the showroom. So see you. So that was a brief test drive review of the newly launched Renault Kwid Climber manual variant. Overall, this seems like a perfect little city car for urban environment. Be it for ladies as well as gents, this seems perfect for city conditions. And the only thing that remains to be seen is that how the AMT version of this car responds. Till then, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Do have a test drive if you like this car. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe for more videos. If you like this video, click the like buttons and give your comments.